Hey Jenny.
Hey, Graham.
Today we are checking out Stranger of Sword City.
It fits because we're strange.
I mean, yeah, you know, we don't know a lot about Sword City. We're not denizens. The only thing I know about Sword City is that it beats Axe City.
Yeah, it does.
It's not as
But
good as Lance City though. But I mean, it depends what you're using.
yeah, it also beats Paper City.
Well, does it?
Well, it's kind of like a sword is kind of like a scissor, so it would cut right through the paper.
Have you tried cutting paper with a sword?
Listen, I don't go around
So this is
taking a
Stranger of
sword.
Sword City. This is a dungeon crawler. Uh, we are playing the Vita version, which will be out next month. So yeah, this is a preview. We're kind of going to show some of the earlier stuff.
But the Xbox One version is going to be out this month.
Yes.
So.
Though from what I've played, we'll have a full review when the game's out. But this really feels like a Vita game to me.
It really does. It's something
like you
want
to
to
have it in your hand and take it with you places. But yeah, so this is one of these games. These sort of dungeon crawlers have been around for a very long time, but it's kind of moved from a Western to an Eastern sort of genre, right? Because it started in sort of PC Western RPGs, but the Japanese
like
people
with
have
wizardry.
really embraced the idea of it. But so yeah, so they really kind of refined the system at this point. You can move around like this. This game has its own tricks. This is kind of a Lost Woods kind of thing, where there's certain points in the map where you just push forward and it randomly decides which direction you go, which can be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But also sometimes not a lot of fun. But yeah, you can see...
It's kind of like Etrian Odyssey, too. They have some of those maps like that where, hey, look, there's a panel on the floor and you're going to be moving.
Yes. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. That's not right. So some of the thing you can do is the trick to this area is it twists you before you move. So for example, on these three areas, you can see like that's where the wall is. I want to go to the west, so that's backward. Haha, I did it. But yeah, so also you can use the right stick to strafe, which is very useful, but also if you don't look where you're going, that can be dangerous.
Yeah, there are pitfalls, there could be traps.
Yeah, and you can see on the map here, this is a shaded area. This is a pretty cool area because it means we can ambush. You want to tell them what ambush does?
Well, when you ambush somebody, you're going to go into hiding, and you're going to use up some of your morale when you do that. That's the number 10 on the side over there. Yeah, and you disappear, and then all of a sudden the monsters come up and they've got treasure, and you can choose to take the first treasure you get, or you can just keep sitting there waiting and hiding, and you kind of get
for your sake, we're not going to sit here and keep waiting and hiding, but
yeah. But the longer you wait in hiding, the better chance you have of them ambushing you instead.
Yeah, it's dangerous. You can't keep pushing your luck,
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the game. Let's talk about the game real quick. You have 6 characters. You have a front row, which is on the left there, and a back row, which is on the right. If you're familiar with this sort of game, this is probably something you know pretty well, but not everyone's played these sort of games,
Yeah.
So, for the moment, like my character here, has a special skill where I can attack one character in each row, and there's a front and a back row for them too. So I'm gonna make that happen.
And for this fight too, there's a leader whenever there's an ambush, and you want to take out the leader as quickly as possible because if he gets away, you're not going to get anything.
Right, and see when you target, that's clearly the leader because it's got a crown on it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just attack with that. This is me. I'm a wizard. Also, my character is. But yeah, so I'm gonna thunderbolt because that seems good because I can hit the leader and some random other person.
Yeah.
This is my healer Michibiku. It's about as close as I could get with the art. We'll get to the art later. The art is interesting.
Yeah.
But in general, this game is known for having very lush and cool art. But there's a thing.
What's neat about this one is you can choose between 2 different art styles for NPCs in the options menu.
Yes, and we will get to that later. But yeah, so there's a new style and an old style. It's
right.
If the art style is what's holding you back, you have options.
The only thing that bothers me about that is when you have the characters in your party, and some of them have the new style and some have the old style, and it just kind of... I like having everybody look the same. So.
I pretty much, for the purposes of this preview, decided to make them as dissonant as possible. I have picked some pretty weird-looking characters intentionally, and that can be fun.
Yeah.
So for this first action, we'll just do the normal attack, right? So you can kind of see what happens, right?
Eventually, when you're going through battles like this that are quick ones, you're gonna want to do fast apply because it goes a lot quicker. You don't want to be sitting around waiting and wasting time.
Right, and we'll do that next round.
Yeah.
But especially if it's like do the same thing again, it's pretty safe. Like for example, if I just want to make that fight, also fight, and then fight, and then defend. If they're in the back row and they don't have range, then you just make them defend. And then fast apply. It goes crazy. And then you just, make sure that no one on your team is almost dead now because you didn't pay any attention. And then you hit triangle and then fast apply again. And fast apply again, and then you got it. Which is good, if it's that sort of tedious battle where it's just, I need to keep doing this over and over again. But yeah, you get experience. Everyone gets same experience. And see, we got Michibiku can level up now. Pretty excited.
She did very well.
Let's see what's in this treasure box. It's an accessory of some kind.
Ooh.
I'm gonna guess it's a needle because you see there may be a trap on the treasure box, and it's one of the things that's listed. And it says what it's common for. Like, poison gas could be on this wooden box, but the common trap for the wooden box is a needle. So I'm going to guess it's needle. And it was. And if you pick the right thing, then, you sort of like, disengage the trap if you know which trap. But yeah, let's get in here and level up.
Do you not have a character in your party who can disarm, has a talent that lets them disarm traps on treasure boxes?
Not at the moment. You may notice that my party right now includes 3 wizards. So what happened with that is that my frontline people died. So I had backup wizards, and then the wizards are back. So, I'll show you some of my non-wizards when we get back to camp. They are, they're recuperating in the hospital. So, we'll see them. We'll go by. But yeah, so, when you level up, you get stuff. You get 1 point into whatever you think. This is my healer, so I'm not sure... how about just some more piety?
Yeah, piety is always best for healers.
Just, ignore everything else because I'm not attacking with her. There's no reason to do that. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of equipment in this game. Like, a whole bunch. This is still early in the game and I haven't gotten enough head equipment for my whole party. So some of them don't have anything. It's weird because certain types of things are rare and not rare.
Yeah, if you get a really rare piece of equipment, it'll be the only one in the entire game. And that's just it. And what you can do then is you can feed it to a mimic box and have it reappear somewhere in the world with different stats and stuff like that, or different... It'll be different, but the same thing. Or you can sell it to the guy back at the base and just lose it forever.
Oh man, this is a lot of enemies. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's just a random battle. It'll be fine. And there are 9 of them. Why? Why are there 9?
Because they know this isn't your main party.
Yeah, I'm going to burn the Mandragoras because I got to do that. Just go ahead and defend with my healer. Thunderbolt.
On the bat things? Yeah.
Yep, and Thunderbolt. Okay, and let's apply that action, see what happens. I'm going to watch this one to make sure things don't go south for me.
Yeah. And it's funny how quickly things can go south in this.
Oh man, so south. Like you see there, oh, it did 1 damage, but then they'll just crit on a different character and kill them immediately. It's like, why? These games are known for being particularly demanding, and I think people who get into them really enjoy that part of them.
They do, and if you wanted to get into one of these and you weren't quite ready for that, it'd probably be better to go with Experience's Demon Souls, which is another Vita game that came out a little bit earlier.
I'm pretty certain you mean Demon Gaze.
Oh, I meant Demon Gaze, yes. I did mean Demon Gaze.
Experience didn't make Demon Souls, and it's not out on the Vita.
No, it's not. No,
Just
I'm sorry.
I want to make sure that none of our viewers think that's true. But yeah, this is definitely for sort of series veterans in a lot of ways, but also these are the kind of games where you get into one and it takes a really long time, so you may not want to start with the friendly beginner one, right?
That's true, yeah. I mean, this one does get, like, if you've been grinding a lot, it gets a little bit easier, but you really do need to invest time.
But yeah.
And you're still alive.
I know, I'm making sure that I stay alive because I don't want that to happen on this video. Like it's happened every time not on this video. Alright, let's fast apply that. Okay.
Well, if it did happen, it would be a valuable lesson in what happens when characters don't make it.
We're gonna play it safe here. Fast apply. We're not gonna use any more MP or anything. Oh no! Stop calling those. Okay. Thought I was done. But hey, the good thing is there's a lot of experience points for that.
Yeah.
Just over 2,000 is pretty good for this level.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got some stuff. I wanted to get up here and do one more ambush.
Yeah.
Oh, I should be able to do this. Okay, so I've hit this turn point. Nope, that was wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Up there it is. Okay, I can do this now that I don't have any luck. Okay, cool. All right.
Do you have a butterfly just in case?
I don't have a butterfly.
Oh. I mean, but it's a butterfly.
Butterflies are great. You want to tell people what butterflies do?
In this game, if you get a butterfly, it lets you go back and get out of a dungeon instantly. And you're gonna really want and need that. They're expensive, but it's worth it.
Yeah. Okay. A katana on the wooden box. You know what? Let's pass on that.
Yeah.
Wooden boxes are the lowest level boxes, and I don't need a better katana right now. You see, danger goes up.
Ooh.
Well,
So dangerous.
Accessory on a metal box. You know what? I do need another accessory, so let's do this.
Okay.
I don't like risking going any further than 2, but
Do you have somebody who has the talent that lets them identify items in treasure boxes?
I do, but I couldn't tell you at the moment whether they're in my party. I'm pretty sure they're not.
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure they're not one of these wizards.
Okay, because I was going to say, hey, if you did, we could show what could happen if it goes right or wrong.
I mean, look, it would be great if we could do those things. I totally agree.
Well, for people, since we can't show, what happens is they have different talents, and Educated is one of them. And Educated lets you know more about the monsters. And if you have a box, you can identify an item that you've gotten from it. And if it goes well, you get to know what it is without having to leave the dungeon. And if it doesn't, you get cursed.
Huh. Okay, well, it's probably not going to have the gold or silver box things on it. So I'm guessing there's a needle. Yep, I'm right. You got some rings. Okay, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep backing up until I back up the way I want to back up. And there we go. You know, sometimes it works. There we go.
Yeah, you back that up.
Okay, that's clearly... When it points you at the wall, you know where the wall is. I'm not that bad at games. Despite what viewers of our channel may think normally. Look, I get it. I get it. I do. Okay, so we got these rings. And now when you leave, you get to find out, you know, what these rings are, right?
Yeah.
Got a butterfly ring +1, broken ring +4, stamina ring +4, stamina ring. Stamina ring +4 is alright.
Yeah.
Because it gives you +2 vitality. Pretty into that. So let's go back to the base. Let's head into the you know what? Yeah, first let's head into this base and look at the kind of people I've made so far, right? So here's me. I'm a wizard, as we've already established.
Yeah.
You got this knight who is invincible and yet not that invincible because he's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grace, wizard, finally rejoined after a long stint, also in the hospital. Bebek is the dancer. The game kind of gives you a party to begin with of some not level 1 characters that you can use So I kind of have a mix of that starting group and my team. Hideo, which again in the game, that was not my name, but
yeah,
there
it's
it
a
is.
good name though.
It's a pretty good name.
Yeah,
they
he's
got another
cool
wizard.
looking too.
Yeah, and then I started making characters. So here's Natalie. She's like perky anime girl who's samurai, because of course. There's Michibiku. This is Yoshimi. She won't let those robots eat us. That's her job. But at the moment, she's reviving because she's dead. There's my buddy Jeremy. He's also invincible and in the hospital. Just a great combination of things. You can have a ranger who's like got arrows and stuff. It's pretty good. I decided that I wanted to have a secret ninja whose cover was that she was made. So her name is Himitsu. But then she died. And then just because I really needed characters to keep going, I created Sakura, who's just all power and nothing else. And then Shinjiro, who is just all vitality, who just stands there and doesn't die. Which, as it turns out, I needed. But yeah, so that's my team so far. But Jenni, I want you to make me another person. So let's make another person. I got two more slots of people that haven't died or been in the hospital. So we're gonna register a member. So we start by picking. So here's what we're talking about with the art style, right? Because I can come down here. This is the kind of look of the characters from the original release. And they're pretty standard. But then you really get some interesting art styles in these selections. And there are 4 pages of these. Some of them, again, the ones you'd expect.
Yeah,
but
they're special.
Then it just gets into like straight up Suikoden characters. it's a little disorienting. I don't know. There's no little fairy race in this game. Like they're small people, but they don't look like fairies and have wings. But apparently, you can make someone. The thing is, you can pick a portrait and it has nothing to do with the character. It's just a depiction, right? You could pick a female picture, and that doesn't I don't know. It's kind of interesting how it does that. But also, like, you can see they cut a few corners occasionally. Like, hey, how about the exact same person with a different hairstyle?
Yeah. Here's a cat person, but you're not going to be a cat.
We drew this torso, and we're going to use this torso 6 times, okay? But whatever.
See this face? This face is everywhere.
I don't blame him for not commissioning so many pieces of art, but like, hey, here's a person. Okay, that's pretty cool, but what if you had a bow? Bam! Bow version.
What if they were wearing a helmet, but the bottom half of their face wasn't covered?
Do we have one of those? How about this? How about this?
There it is. 3 or 4.
Yeah. There it is. But how about the whole face? There we go. And a shield. I'm pretty into that. But yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff. So Jenni, who you want this character to look like?
How about on the very first page, the blue-haired girl with glasses? I think that's a cute character portrait.
Okay.
I use that as my own portrait in my game.
Okay. Is this gonna be you then? Are you making you?
Sure. What the hey?
Okay. Okay, so the age in this game affects some things, and we get to explain some stuff. So you have life points. Life points, basically, if you run out of life points, you die permanently. But as long as you still have life points, you can be revived, and you can spend a long time in the hospital to regain life points. And different ages have different stuff, right? So if you're below 20, you get 3 life points. Then you go down to 2. Then you keep going, and you could stay at 2 when you get older. But then you go down to 1 once you hit 60.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that because it's just instant kill. But as you see, as you get older, you do get more bonus points when you create a character too.
Right.
So what age would you like this character to be?
I don't... You know, how many points did you say you get if somebody gets, like, there's 7?
Yeah. It's a pretty nice thing to be 40 because you don't lose a life point for going up 1, but you do get 2 more bonus points.
That's pretty tempting. You know what, how about we do that?
Okay. Well, look, we got to game the system because this is about gaming the system.
Yeah,
so,
and this is it's difficult. You've got to. It's not cheating.
It's not. I don't know what is cheating. I've been looking for... Please, if you have a way to cheat, let me know. I need help getting my friends out of the hospital. All right. So the races in this game, humans are average because, of course. The elves are smart because, of course. Yeah. The dwarves are strong because, of course. The Migmi are like healers.
They're pious.
Basically. Yeah. Yeah, and then the Nei are fast and strong.
Yeah.
So what's this character going to be?
How about an elf?
Okay. Are you making me another wizard?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay. So, right now, if Fortunate gives you more bonus points. Educated gives you monster identification and item identification. Invincible, it doesn't work. I got to tell you, it doesn't.
Yeah, Invincible's not even there. Yeah.
Invincible gets you in the hospital. Intuition helps you with traps and treasures. And Wild Eye helps you detect secrets.
I think you need somebody with intuition.
Okay, we'll go with intuition. So then, here's the thing where you roll your bonus points. And
you want to do that a lot.
You're just going to do it until you get a bunch, because right now we have a minimum 7. So we're not doing
and then
7.
What's going to happen, you're going to do it a whole bunch, and then you're going to pass over, because you're going to have that mindset of, okay,
I'm going to stick with 10. 10's about as good as I'm going to get here.
Yeah.
I'm taking 10. Okay, so where are we putting these bonus points?
Put them into wisdom and piety.
You mean it?
Intelligence, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Because there's no whiz stat in this game. That's important to know.
I'm playing another game right now where there is a wisdom stat.
I mean,
and
most
there's
of them
like
do.
Character
Okay, so you got
yeah.
10 points. You want them 5 and 5?
Yeah, 5 and 5 is good.
Okay. All right. What's your class?
Let's start as a wizard.
Okay. Voices, huh?
Just leave it as default.
There we go. Except for your attack is 30.
Okay.
Okay. So here you are.
It's a wonderful likeness.
Yeah, it looks a lot like you.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I mean, you're not 40.
No.
So it's pretty much in no way like you.
I'm also not an elf.
Or a wizard.
Yeah. Well,
or that intuitive.
I mean,
your name is Jenny.
Yeah.
There's a connection there. I feel very similar about
I wear
that.
glasses.
Okay. All right. So you're there, and we get to level you up. So let's level you up.
Okay.
Not very much though, because this is still the beginning of the game. But hey, 3 more points. Okay. You know, where do you want to put them?
How about 2 in piety? Well, put it all in piety.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Now we're gonna do something crazy with this character.
Learned a bunch of stuff. Let's get whatever junk equipment I happen to have sitting around and put it on this character. Okay, I got you a ring. It's you don't need like weapons or armor, right? Probably.
No, of course not.
I'm gonna give you this heal ring so you can heal things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
great.
Coincidentally, that's what I'm gonna make you do now.
Uh-huh. What are you gonna do?
You're gonna reclass her.
Okay. Okay. We'll do that. Let's class change this character, which is kind of good. We didn't go ahead and so it doesn't cost that much early to change a character. So
it's
just
100 coins.
Well, 400 because you're level 4.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about the leveling up because you're at a certain level, which is handy.
Yep.
It's kind of like, hey, we're not going to penalize you for making someone new.
Cleric.
Yep.
There you go. Now you're a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
Level 2 cleric.
And now you got to go set the other skills.
Okay. Nope, I'm still in the class change menu. Okay. Get back out. Whenever I'm in the basement. Okay. So we go over to Jenny, and you got mastery, and you got managed skill.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay. Wait. How are we setting spells though?
There should be skills you can set. I don't know if it could set spells. I thought it could.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's just set some skills if...
Well, I set magic weapon. I don't...
I must have been thinking wrong about the thing.
Okay.
Oh, so it still shows how they can set a skill.
Yeah, I'm just gonna edit this whole thing out.
Sure, yeah.
Alright. So yeah, let's go to the shop and, you know, give you a weapon.
I appreciate that.
Because, you know, you're gonna get super killed if I don't give you a weapon. So let's give you a weapon.
Well, I'm probably gonna get super killed even if I do have a weapon.
Oh man. It's gonna give you this ice rod, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Yeah, okay.
It matches the hair.
Yeah, gotta use all my money. Alright. Yeah, so we're just gonna send you out there with an ice rod. This is fine. Yeah. Everything is fine. But the one thing I did want to show before we leave, just to go back, like for example, this is what the shopkeeper looks like. You know, this is what the main character of the game looks like, right?
Yeah.
You know, whatever the character on the title screen and such. If you go to the options, and you can change your visuals from type A to type B. Oh man. So you can do that, apply and exit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
It's totally different.
And then we go back to the shop. Look at this guy. What happened to this guy? What happened to the main character of the game? This is totally different. What is happening, right?
Yeah.
Like, you go to the base and, oh, whoa, what happened here?
She's really different.
So you can go either way on these things. And yeah, so like that's a thing.
Which do you prefer?
I think I like the original style because I think the backgrounds and stuff were designed in the same sort of art, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the little art and the menus and all that stuff, it seemed built based on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go out. Let's go over the Museum of Metal real quick, just to give Jenny the cleric some basic training here. But for example,
you're gonna send her out to die.
Nah, you know, but when you explore an area, you can bring up the map and just hit a space and then auto move there, which is pretty great because you're gonna backtrack a lot. You're gonna get back in places a lot. I did want to show the movement, but you know, you can do stuff like this, which makes it pretty easy. So you know, then auto beat these weak enemies. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, I hit the button.
It's almost like they knew that you're going to be spending a lot of time going back and forth, and they're going to try and make it a little bit easier for you.
Right. So the one thing with Experience Inc. is like they make these games, and the people there have been playing and making these games for basically their life. So, you know, they've tried to get some of the tedium out of it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it is still tedious, but...
Yeah, there's a shield on this wooden box. It's not going to be a very good shield, but it's going to be a way better shield than the one you have right now. So let's get it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you mean nothing? I mean...
That's correct.
Yeah.
Sakura's going to attack the Hydra. Shinjiro's just going to concentrate real hard. I am going to just defend because I'm a wizard in the front row. Cleric number 1 is going to fight because I don't know why not. Going to defend here. I want to see what Jenny's got here. And you got Cure, right.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm just going to defend.
Now you're going to... Yeah, you have enough range. So let's see what you got. Cleric number 1 did 6 total damage.
I don't really have much because I didn't have many points put into strength.
No, or any.
I mean, it fits. That's another thing I have in common. I don't have that much strength either.
Yeah. All right. Let's get this over with. Okay. We did it. And then got some experience. Got some shields. Got a trophy. Because, you know, got a trophy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I don't want to spoil too much of this game. This is just a preview, but I think anything else we should show off before we get out of here, Jenny?
Not that I can really think of. I mean, do you want to try visiting one of the other people in their towers, or?
Yeah, we should do that. We should
Yeah.
show off that system too, right?
Yeah.
Um, and let's see what these shields are though. You get one of the shields.
Yeah.
That buckler, okay.
Mhm.
Let's give you that buckler.
Sounds good.
All right, you can't equip shields. You're so useful. All right.
I know.
Yeah. So this is the second art style version of this character. So this is Alm.
Mhm.
Alm has some respiratory issues, but
Yeah.
is also one of the like 3 super powerful crazy people in the game. And so you can give blood crystals to one of 3 types. And right now we don't have one, but nevertheless, I didn't want to show it off. So the 3 rows here are the 3 different people, right?
Yeah.
You give it to the different people, you get different sort of effects. Almost kind of mean, so it's usually like attacking and
Yeah.
better.
Well, Alm is the
combat
dark
stuff.
choice because
Yes.
there's 3 endings. There's light, neutral, and dark, and
Yeah. So but it seems pretty obvious, right? Like light is like, oh, accuracy and enhancing magic defense, and
Yeah.
dark is like all out attack, and then medium is, I don't know, the normal stuff, I guess.
it's kind of more status changing. Like,
Yeah.
hey, your avoidance went up, your hit went up.
Yeah. It's interesting stuff, to be sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I kind of prefer the Merilith ones because of the health restoration.
Yeah, I mean, you are a cleric who can't
Yeah,
hold a
that's-
shield, so
Yeah.
arm strength may be an issue, but yeah. So there's a lot to this, right? Like I've put in, I'm gonna say, I mean, not 10 hours yet, but close. It's a long game. I've gotten to here, and then these were each 1 crystal apiece. These need 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a thing, right? There's a lot of game in this game, and that's not an accident. People who like this stuff really like this stuff, and it's kind of game that's going to take a really long time. But if you keep it around with you on the Vita, like when it releases next month, and we'll have a full review then. But yeah. You could get it in the Xbox One sooner if you wanted, but like you don't want it, right?
Well,
I mean,
there
it's
aren't
fine.
that
It's
many. There aren't many dungeon crawlers on the Xbox One,
That's true.
so
But if you have a Vita, then probably a
Yeah.
better
This-
call here.
yeah, the Vita is known for its RPGs.
But yeah, there's a lot of like lush environments and things. It's just pretty cool.
The characters
Yeah.
are very pretty too.
Yes, when I would recommend Visual A.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's this
They're both
game. Check back for some more coverage as it comes closer to the release in mid-April. But for now, thanks, Jenny.
Thanks. Bye.